I caught my mother-in-law hiding my son's insulin and telling him he didn't need it. Again. The first time happened 3 months ago. I came home from a double shift and found Theo sitting at the kitchen table with a slice of birthday cake in front of him. Full sugar. No insulin in sight. He was 7. Type 1. Diabetic since he was 4. My mother-in-law was sitting right next to him watching him eat. Where's his insulin? She didn't even look up. He doesn't need it for one little piece of cake. I grabbed his kit, checked his blood sugar. It was already spiking. He needs it for everything, I said. That's how this works. She waved her hand. You're going to turn him into a hypochondriac. When I was young, we didn't have all these diseases. Kids just ate normal and were fine. I told my husband Keith that night. He said she was just trying to give Theo a normal childhood, that I should appreciate her effort instead of making everything a problem. She's letting us stay here for free. We moved in with his parents after Keith lost his job in March. He said it would be temporary. 4 months later, he's still looking, and his mother has decided she knows better than his doctors. She thinks I invented his diabetes. She's told me twice that if I just fed him better, he wouldn't need the shots. When Theo was 5, she gave him regular soda and said the sugar-free kind was full of chemicals. When he was 6, she hid his glucose monitor because she said I was obsessing over numbers. She keeps saying he'll grow out of it, that all these new childhood diseases are just parents wanting attention. I've explained type 1 diabetes to her 4 times. She doesn't listen. Last Tuesday, I got off work early. The house was quiet when I walked in, too quiet. I found Theo in his room, pale and shaky. His hands were trembling. Where's your insulin kit? I asked. Grandma said I don't need it today, he said. She said I'm not really sick. My stomach dropped. When did you eat last? Grandma made me lunch, he said. Pasta with garlic bread. No insulin. 3 hours ago. I ran downstairs. Where is his kit? She was watching TV like nothing was wrong. I put it away, she said. You're making him dependent on it. He needs to learn to live without it. I found it in the back of her closet, behind her winter coats, hidden. Theo's blood sugar was over 400. He was slipping into DKA. Diabetic ketoacidosis. I called 911. He spent 2 days in the ICU. 2 days, because she decided she knew better than his endocrinologist. Keith came to the hospital. His mother got there first. By the time I looked up from Theo's bed, Keith was asking me why I hadn't caught it sooner, why I was at work instead of home. His mother stood behind him, nodding. The doctor told us another hour, and Theo could have slipped into a coma. She wrote it in his chart, said if it happened again, she'd be required to contact Child Protective Services. When we got home, my mother-in-law was in the kitchen making dinner. Didn't ask about Theo. Didn't apologize. Just looked at me and said, see, he's fine now. Kids are resilient. He almost died, I said. He was in the ICU. He's home now, isn't he? Keith stood next to her, silent. That night, I told Keith we were leaving. And go where? I don't care. A shelter. My car. Anywhere. We can't afford that. Then I'll figure it out alone. But I'm not letting her kill him. He stared at me. Then he said, you're the one who's always at work. Maybe if you were home more, this wouldn't have happened. The next morning, I told his mother if she ever touched Theo's insulin again, I would file a police report. She laughed. For what? For endangering a child, I said. That's what the doctor called it. She rolled her eyes. You're being dramatic. No, I said. I'm being his mother. She hasn't apologized. Keith thinks I owe her one for causing a scene.